What's up everybody, and welcome to the channel. In today's video, we're going to take a look at this 2023 Toyota Camry. Big shout out and thank you to FOURR Toyota for providing this new Camry for today's video. Check out the link to their website, linked down below. And the model that we're looking at today is an SE, finished off in supersonic red, and has an MSRP at $30,200. Underneath the hood of the 2023 Toyota Camry, you're going to find a 2.5 liter inline 4-cylinder engine. It cranks out 203 horsepower with 184 pound-feet of torque. It's paired to an 8-speed automatic transmission and sends all the power to the front wheels. And with a curb rate around 3,300 pounds, running on a 15.8 gallon fuel tank, you're looking at 28 miles per gallon in the city with 39 out on the highway. Overall length is 192 inches with wheelbase at 111. Height is 57 with width at 72 inches. And now onto the styling with the 2023 Toyota Camry. It really looks fantastic in the red, especially with all the black trim, and it's a pretty sporty looking mid-sized sedan. You can see these headlights with a blacked out design for the housing, and they wrap around the front just a little bit. Underneath that, you can see a plastic black trim that cuts its way towards a larger trim piece with a cool mesh design trim in the farthest side. You can see some pretty aggressive elements to the front end design, and I like how the body colors wraps around that front trim and cuts towards the corners. There's a plastic black diffuser leading towards a massive grille with a nice mesh design to allow a ton of cooling. You can see the Toyota logo right in the center with more body color trim all around that, and I like how the mesh is all intertwined within the design. You can see a sharp line leading its way up towards the hood, and it cuts its way all the way towards the windshield to give the 2023 Camry a pretty up-to-date modern exterior design. As we make our way to the side profile, really sharp lines running around this front wheel arch, and then a pretty cool looking two-tone wheel. It's finished in the machined silver with gloss black, and it's an 18-inch diameter wheel. And then we have a really sharp body line cutting through the entire side profile, right through the side door handles. They are body colored along with the body color mirror caps. There's some chrome trim as well as an LED turn signal, and then more chrome trim all around the windows with black for the B-pillar. The lower portion of the door has another sharp body line, and then as we make our way to the side profile, the Camry is your pretty much average size sedan, really good proportions front and back, and I like how it's got a bit of a sporty vibe. There's even a sharp body line in this rear piece of the bodywork that fades its way towards the trunk. It kind of intertwines with the bodywork going towards the lip spoiler mounted on the trunk. Pretty cool design with Camry and Toyota right in the center. We have a nice set of taillights that are finished off in a red housing, and the trim piece in the rear part of the bumper even blends its way into the design. There's a sharp body line in the lower portion of the bumper, and you can see your SE badge. Then down below, we get a body color diffuser with a dual exhaust. Pretty cool lines as we make our way towards the rear end, and I think the overall look comes together very nicely. So there's a good look at the exterior with the 2023 Toyota Camry. I love the red on it. It's a great color, and even being a pretty old design from today's standards, it still is a pretty modern looking sedan. We have Toyota's key fob, pretty nice and sleek. Toyota badge on one side, lock and unlock on the other. All you have to do is unlock the car, then grab the door handle, and we can check out this interior. This Toyota Camry gets a pretty nice black interior. You're going to see the synthetic leather along with some fabric accents. The door panel's finished off in black. We get a nice silver trim piece leading its way all the way to the release handle, and then window controls, mirror controls, and lock and unlock. You get your grab handle as well as just a little bit of padding on the rubber armrest. And then you can see a cup holder down below. This car does get power seats. You can see all of your controls on the left with your lumbar support, and then the smooth synthetic leather material as well as this fabric type design in the center. Has a pretty sporty look. I really like the striping you're going to see. You get a little bit of stitching leading its way all the way up the backrest, and then spinning around we get a black leather steering wheel with a dark gray accent color. And then now inside the Camry, taking the fob, we can just press the button and get the key out, and then all I have to do is insert it into the ignition and we can fire it up. All of the screens will turn on, and if we take a look in the center now, you can see a small screen in the center with Camry that'll pop up. We get the analog speed over on the right with your fuel, and then your tach and temperature on the left. Right in the center, there is some information that's going to come up, and you can control that using the control panel on the left side of the steering wheel. So if we take a look right now, just scrolling up and down, we can see some trip information, your eco indicator, digital speed readout, and then a few more things that will all pop up. If I go ahead and scroll to the right now, you can see some safety settings for cruise control as well as the lane keeping. Then we have messages and then settings for even more systems all within the car. Continuing over, goes back to that front screen. We get the Toyota badge on the center of the steering wheel, a few more Bluetooth and audio controls on that left side, and then some cruise control settings on the right with your forward pacing as well as the lane keeping. Then we have the stalk on the right side for your windshield wipers, and then turn signal and headlights on the left. This car does get a set of steering wheel mounted paddle shifters. They have a pretty nice feeling. They are plastic, however, they're actually pretty large. And then on the far left side, we have our gas cap release as well as the trunk, automatic high beams, and then your traction control. You can see some vinyl material as well as one of the air vents, and then all black trim going across the dash. I like this textured material right here, has a really neat look, more of this vinyl and stitching, and some gloss piano black. Right in the center, we get the infotainment screen, pretty typical from other Toyotas. We have some shortcut icons on the far left side that'll give you all this information. You can use the touchscreen, touch sensitive for all these different icons. You can easily see your setup. Going back into home, you can swipe over, see a few more things like different apps that'll pop up. There's more shortcuts over on the right for apps and phone. You also have your tuning and scrolling on the right with volume and power on the left. And then if we go ahead and take the car, put us into reverse, the backup camera will pop up with some guidelines. Then we can go ahead and put it back into park. Underneath the screen, we have both of your air vents and then all the climate controls. You can easily adjust this with your fan speed. You can turn it on and off with just the button. We have the different zones as well, AC, recirc. Then you have your dual zone temperature with the sync, as well as the auto and other control on this left side. Underneath that, we have quite a lot of storage space, as you can see. I really like how that's set up. We can push that open, and it's even deeper in here. Then we can pull that back. We also get some outlets up here. You can see a USB one as well as a 12 volt. And then behind that, we get a nice leather shift boot around the shifter. We get your two cup holders on the right side, and a pretty neat design going all the way down this center stack. And then taking a look in the center, we have different drive modes right here. Your eco mode, it'll come up on the screen with that eco name. Then you can go into your normal mode, and then sport mode, you can see the red accent up on top with those 3 drive modes. And then we have some more of this vinyl material for the center armrest. We can press the button and open this up, and we have a pretty large amount of storage space with 2 more USB ports. And then on the far right side, we have a pretty large glove box, as you would expect. One last look at the interior now with the Toyota Camry. Like I said, nothing too crazy new. It's been this design for nearly a decade now. However, it still is a pretty comfortable looking car. Not crazy with massive screens, but insanely functional and usable. And then up top, you can push this, and we have a nice sunglass holder, as well as all of your dome light controls, and then the mirror. And then moving on to the rear seat space, if I just grab the door handle and open it up, the door panel is finished off just like we saw up front with the same trim and materials. And then the back seats get that same insert with the cool stripes and the synthetic black leather. This can seat 3 people back here, and you can even grab the center backrest, pull this down for a nice armrest as well as 2 cup holders. And then up in front, you're gonna have 2 storage areas on the backs of the front seats, as well as storage in the center, and then a USB port. So then hopping into the back seat now of the Toyota Camry. So like I said, this is a mid-size sedan, pretty much your average size. I'm 5'11", and I have about 1 inch of headroom. Headliner's kind of neat. You have like a stripe going through the entire top, so it kind of gives it a neat vibe. But the seats are at a pretty good recline, and with the driver's seat set at my height, I have really good room in here. So really comfortable actually. If you're gonna actually use this sedan for people in the back, definitely not a bad way to go. Large window, you got grab handles up on top, a center dome light as well, and a pretty good overall seating position. So then onto the trunk storage space, you can just hold down the button on the key fob. It's gonna automatically pop and open nicely. We have a very large trunk in here, especially being front wheel drive. There's no drivetrain components underneath this load area, but you can see it's pretty squared off, very tall ceiling and a pretty low load floor to make this insanely practical. And with the seats folded down, you can see just how much more storage space you're gonna get in the back of a Toyota Camry. The seats also fold down nearly flat, and there's still a ton of space all up in front. You get kind of a smaller opening into the trunk, however, it still makes it a pretty useful mid-size sedan. All right, so we are setting off now in the 2023 Toyota Camry. So it'll be interesting to test out the 8-speed, the 4-cylinder, and of course front-wheel drive. So let's get up to some speed. Right now we are in the eco mode, so the most conservative way to drive this car. Give it a little bit of gas. Honestly, pretty peppy for what it is. Obviously it's no fast car or anything like that, but you know, it gets up to 40 without even thinking. Transmission pretty smooth for just normal slow speed driving. And I will say the car feels pretty solid. It feels really well insulated. Suspension feels nice and tight, but nice and soft at the same time. So it feels like a very well put together car. Obviously Toyotas are pretty bulletproof reliable, and this definitely feels like it's a very solid machine, just put together really, really nicely. Have a pretty good view around, large windshield, so you have really good visibility. All the mirrors do a pretty good job. And looking over your left and right shoulder, I wish those back headrests moved down a little bit. You can't move them obviously, but nonetheless, it's pretty good overall. Let's go into sport mode. Now, manual mode doesn't seem to actually do anything. It doesn't really shift, it just allows the transmission to not upshift any farther. So right there, it didn't go into 5th gear. So if you're kind of higher in the RPM, it will shift like you're taking manual shift control with a manual transmission of some sorts. But it's more of just, if I have this in 5th gear, it just won't go any past 5th gear. So not really a way you would ever actually shift this car. I don't think anybody's really gonna use that. However, in the sport mode, at least if you leave in automatic mode, it's a little bit more aggressive with throttle response as well as the gear changing. So it's at least nice to have that. Maybe if you're in the mountains or something to where you need the power to be a little bit more aggressive, you can at least put into sport mode, keep it in automatic, let it do its thing. But yeah, overall normal driving, it's definitely comfortable and nice to be in. The seats are really comfortable and padded. Things you touch are pretty nice. You know, the leather on the steering wheel feels pretty good. There is a lot of plastic. I mean, everything is literally plastic in here, so there's nothing luxurious about it or like above and beyond special. $30,000 though, you know, pretty cheap for a nice or normal car. So it's kind of what you would expect as far as interior build quality and things like that. But it's solid. I mean, it's definitely a durable car, durable interior as you would expect from Toyota. And just the overall comfort aspect, just getting my bearings driving this around, it certainly feels like it's pretty comfortable and nicely put together. So first and foremost, as far as how old this car is, I would love to see a new Camry. This is nothing really too new. I mean, a Hyundai Sonata has a lot more cool new things to it, much peppier power plant as well. You can get this in a V6 or the hybrid power plant, which would be really nice to drive. I'm sure the V6 is pretty peppy. However, the turbo 4 cylinders in the competition is more quick than that. So Toyota's kind of lacking a little bit in what they're offering. However, it does give you a bulletproof, reliable platform. We know the Camry, I think it's literally one of the #1 selling cars in the USA. I think this and the F-150 are the top selling cars in our country. So it's clearly a good vehicle. People love their Camrys, they last forever. 300,000 miles isn't even something to hiccup at in a car like this. So it's nice that you have the reliability and dependability. It's just there's nothing fancy with the tech. You know, the screen is insanely basic. I mean, cars that are 10 years old have screens like this, same with the gauges. So it's nothing crazy new or fancy. But normal driving, it's a nice car to drive. I'm finding that it's pretty solid. You know, when you hit bumps and things like that, there's really no like loose ends or rattles or anything to it. So it's nice that it is just a well-built car. Getting up to some speed now. Not bad for the 4-cylinder. I'm not giving it too much gas to rev the engine crazy. I mean, that's 45 miles an hour without really thinking. So it's a nice peppy power plant. You don't really tell it's front wheel drive. If you give it a little bit more gas, you know, you might feel just a little bit of tire squeal up there. But the 8-speed seems to do a good job delivering the power and shifting. It's not like this engine is stressing. It doesn't feel like it's just sluggish, redlining all the time, and just a little engine trying to rev its heart out to give you any power. So even for being the basic engine, it feels pretty solid. Manual mode, like I said, I wish it actually did something more than just do what it does. It doesn't really shift, but then again, I don't think people are buying this car to shift gears. And then as far as the turning circle for front wheel drive and everything, it's pretty tight steering. I mean, you can do a pretty good turnaround. You can tell it's kind of on the bigger size of a sedan. Again, this is a mid-size, so it's your pretty typical average size, but there is some size to it. You can see the hood in front of you. You can tell that the back end is a distance away. So it's got a good size to it, and that certainly translates to it's comfortable in here. It's roomy, you know, at my height and everything, I have plenty of space in here. I can put the seat farther back even, and my backseat passenger would still have plenty of space. So it's a car that I think a lot of people can absolutely drive and just be comfortable in. I think if you're looking for just reliable, normal, point A to point B, dependable car, the Camry is something to look at. You know, we know they're reliable, so you can just really get kind of everything in this car if you're not looking for anything super exciting or fun factor. The Camry's not exactly going to give you any of that, but it's going to give you just the normal day-to-day. It'll do what you need to do, and it's a good-looking option. I mean, it's a good-looking car. Interior, easy to use, so not too bad of an option. Just, I would love to see a new one with something a little bit more fancy, something sporty, make this car kind of get to that next step to where a lot of other cars are at. But that is then it, taking a look at this 2023 Toyota Camry. Big shout out and thank you once again to FOURR Toyota of Statesville. They are getting in a lot of 2023, so definitely check out their link down below. If you enjoyed today's video, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, stay tuned for plenty more content, and I'll see you all in the next video.